What's up, you guys? We're just hopping straight into this video. So to start off, I'm using the ALOE Naturals Shea Yogurt, and I'm just putting this all over Rain's hair. And just to let you guys know, I had previously blow dried her hair before we started this video. We did that off camera. So as you can see, I'm just putting this in, and this is just going to act as a moisturizer. So the first part that we're going to do is just split the hair into two sections, and I start from basically one ear to the next, and then I'm just going to make clean parts. And to make sure that everything is nicely parted, I do make sure that I use a small tooth comb as well as the rat tail side. So that's what everything is looking like, and then I'm just going to part it all off. So to make sure that everything is nice and clean, I'm using my Jamaican black castor oil hair butter, and this is from Sunny Isle. So I just put it on both sections of hair, and then I use an edge brush just to smooth everything down, and that's just going to help to minimize any flyaways and just to make everything nice and clean. So now I'm working on the first section of the hair, and I'm just doing some zigzag parts, as you guys can see, and then I'm just going to tie up the other half of my hair so that I can start braiding. Okay guys, so every single time basically I do a part, I do go ahead and put the Jamaican black castor oil hair butter onto the parts and do the same motions of smoothing it down. So you guys will see me do that a lot, and if you don't have that, you can use just regular edge control. But next I'm just doing this side part, and I do this on each side of Rain's hair, and then I just start braiding down. So I sped this part up because I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me braid, but when I did finish all of the braids, I definitely went ahead after each one and added an elastic to make sure that it doesn't unravel. And next I'm just going to go ahead and split this section into two, clean up the parts, and then start braiding once again. So in essence, I just do two big braids on each side and then one coming down. Okay guys, so I'm not gonna lie, I did find this braid to be a bit challenging because the part was kind of zigzag. I tend to go with the part, so I just had to continue braiding straight back even though my parts were jagged, if that makes sense. So you might have to practice on this, which I did. I think I redid this braid twice, but just continue going straight back and it'll look just fine once everything is all done. So I've moved on to the other side, and I'm literally just going to do the exact same, and just to make sure that things look a lot more symmetrical, just continue checking the other side to see where your placement is and all that kind of stuff, so things are not lopsided. But yeah, you guys, you're just going to do the exact same thing that you did on the other side. So the top of Rain's hair is done, and this again was a challenge. I've never done this style before, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to create a middle section to do kind of these feed in triangle braids. So you're just going to make this pretty clean. Again, the same thing that we did on the top. You're just going to add the black castor oil hair butter, smooth everything down like we did earlier, and this is what your part should look like. And basically you're just going to create 5 or 6 triangles depending on the thickness of your hair, and I just kind of roughly made these so that I know what my placement is going to look like, and then I used elastic bands to tie everything down. What the sections are looking like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to put up the other 4 sections so I can start working on the bottom section. And again, you're just going to take out the elastic and just start braiding that up. And you're not going to braid all the way, you're just going to braid pretty much till you reach the end of that section, if that makes sense. Just watch and you can pretty much figure it out. And then you're going to put the elastic band back on it so that it doesn't unravel. So this is what everything should be looking like once you're done. And next I'm just going to do 2 separate braids on the sides. So I'm just splitting that section into 2, and then I'm just going to start braiding. I did do the outside braids first because I just felt like that would be a lot easier just to get it out of the way. So again, I'm just braiding my hair upwards, and one way to make sure that it is cleaner is that you really do want to prep your hair by combing your hair upwards, if that makes any sense. And that's just going to help your hair gather better and the braid will look more seamless. So now we're going to work on our feed-in braid, and I'm taking the 3 braids that are facing towards that braid, and those are the elastics that I'm going to take out because that's where I'm going to feed in from. And you guys, you're just going to start braiding, and as you get up to the feed-ins, you're going to start slowly adding that hair in. It's really hard to explain, so you just kind of have to do it and watch and get the hang of it. This wasn't as clean as I would like it to, but at this point Rain was done, so I was not unraveling these braids, you guys. So here I'm just taking out the elastics on the other sides of the feed-ins, and we're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. And so I'm combing that up, as you guys can see, and then I'm going to start my braid. So everything is nice and braided up. So next I'm just going to do 2 little pigtails, as you guys can see, and then I'm just twisting the braids up towards each other, and I'm just going to wrap them around each other and create this cute little braided bun. So I did go ahead and use a small black elastic just to make sure that the bun doesn't come out and everything stays in place. So once I did the buns, I did go ahead and use some mousse. You guys can use a mousse of your choice and just put this all over your hair. This is just going to help tame flyaways and make the style last just a little bit longer. And I also went ahead and put some Eco Styler gel on Rain's edges because you guys know I'm about to lay her edges. And then we added some beads, and I'm going to show you guys what the style looks like after everything is done. Shout out to Raylan for repping that Trini flag. You guys already know what it is. But yeah, I'm just laying these edges and doing some simple swoops in her hair. And then I'm going to tie everything down. So unfortunately, we could not find our beader tool, so I had to do her beads by hand, and that seemed to take forever. So definitely get you a beader if you don't already have one. So this is the final look, you guys. Clearly, Rain is feeling herself. Although it was my first time, I definitely liked how the style turned out, and I do plan on trying more braided styles. We really hope that you like this video. Comment down below if you liked it, and if you haven't already, you guys, definitely make sure that you're subscribed, and we'll see you in another video. Toodles!